since you clicked on this video, you probably want to know everything that entails in the title. So here are my stats from high school, which what's that?
I don't think it was a gunshot. It sounded slightly different from a gunshot.
Sound like something heavy dropped.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It was
Like,
far away. So it must have been really
like
heavy.
they were carrying bricks from a building or something.
No, louder. They would be bigger than. You know those thingies that pick up dirt? Maybe that tipped over. That's how big it sounded. Anyway.
Okay. Here are my stats from my high school transcripts. What else? My stats for the testing, the SAT testing, and the ACT testing, if I can find an ACT. And yeah, mind you, when I was in high school, even in middle school, I was thinking that getting into college was really difficult and such, but now I know that it wasn't at all. Like the colleges that and here are the colleges that I applied for and the colleges that I got accepted to. Anyway, when I was first thinking about college and my teachers, advisors, people like that were talking to me about college and my options and all this other boring stuff, I was thinking that it was going to be hard. But after I finally got accepted into college, I realized that college is college. It doesn't really matter where you go. If you care about that, then yeah. But if you just want to get into a college, yeah. For me, I just wanted to keep all my options open and to go into a good college, or just the college that I actually want to go to. But in particular, I did not have a top college that I wanted to go to, but I did come to want to go to an HBCU. So I'm currently going to an HBCU, and although I won't say what school that is, I guess you can decide from the colleges that I got accepted to. But anyway, I don't even know what to say. What was I supposed to say? How I got into college. All right. How I got into college, there's the application, all those details with that. And yeah, basically, they made it seem like getting into college was very difficult, but it wasn't. And since I was going based off of people that I thought knew better, even though they didn't, then I overworked myself just to get into a college, even though I later found out that I did not have to do all of that. So it would make it so much easier to just insert my resume or whatever. But anyway, I was in student government. I was the president of the student government. I was in 2 sports, golf and basketball. I was my class president. What else? I did lots of volunteers. I have over 200 hours of volunteering, and just so much that I did. I was a host for a talk show thing that we have in our local community, and I did that for, I don't know, a whole school year, I think. I don't think it was the whole school year. I think it was like 1 month off, because I don't think I started right away. So I did that for like 8 months of school, or 7 months. But anyway, I did all this stuff and come to realize that I didn't have to do all that, because I guess maybe it's because of the college that I applied to. It wasn't as difficult to get in. But I don't know. And the thing is of why I say I overworked myself is because a lot of the things that I didn't want to do it at all. Like at all. And I was just pushing myself to do it because they as in like teachers, even parents and such, they're like, oh, you need to do this, and if you don't, then you won't be successful, and this is what colleges are looking for, and if you don't have it, then you're not going to get accepted. So I tried to do everything, and I tried to do as much as possible, and come to find out that no matter how much I was suffering and stressed out, it really didn't matter to the people I was around, because they didn't care about how I was feeling or what my mental health was or emotional state was. All they cared about were results. And I think an important lesson from that is, even though you're a student and going to school, whether or not you like it or not, you should still prioritize yourself, even if other people aren't prioritizing yourself, like no matter who they are. And yeah, I think that's basically how I got into college. I didn't do anything crazy. Like, you just send in your resume. Oh, the application fee got waived because I graduated high school in May of 2022, and I guess that was during like the COVID-19 phase of them waiving college applications. So yeah, so then I filled out the application, blah blah blah. I don't know how long it was until I got accepted, but I got accepted, and there were 3 options. One option of the colleges that I wanted to go to, it was like old type of school. Like, it was very much bricks and very like old fashioned. And it was still large, but it's like very old fashioned and stuff. And then the second option had like, it was old fashioned, but it had a lot of modernness to it. And it was also like a large school. And then the third option, it had modernness to it, but it was small. So I chose the middle one, which had a balance of, it was old, but it also was modern, and it was very large, because I always wanted to go to a college that was large, because I come from a small school, and I wanted to experience being on like a big campus, even though the campus may not be big to other colleges in the US or just in the world in general. I have to remind myself to breathe or whatever, because I'm like, when you're nervous, you tend to speak faster and at a speech rate that you're not typically used to, because you're trying to say everything. But anyway, yeah, I chose the school that was like old fashioned, and it's like some old buildings, but also had a lot of modern buildings, and it had a lot of land. So that's what I went with, and I'm happy with that result of that college. I know if you look at my other videos, you're like, oh my god, you're talking about college in a somewhat good light and blah blah blah. I mean, I'm not a complete college hater, but if this is something you're into at this phase of your life, then go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, because yeah, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I guess I can't really decide if, I don't know. Actually, no, I do know. I did overwork myself. I did. At one part, you can think that, oh, maybe you didn't overwork yourself because that was what was needed to get accepted into the college or whatever. But getting accepted into a college isn't really, like, I know people from school that got accepted and they weren't doing nearly as much as I was doing. And I know them personally. And it's not to say like they don't deserve it. It's just to say that, oh, I didn't have to do all that. And it's good for them too, that they didn't have to go through what I went through and be all stressed out. So, and yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, to just, it's so hard to just end a video because I'm always thinking about what else to say and stuff. And like, once you get into making a video, then you're thinking, oh, I just want the video to go on forever and ever and ever. But not really, but you know, or maybe you don't know. Anyway, like, oh my god, my voice. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Emphasis on the subscribe because I really want more subscribers on my channel. And yeah, so have a wonderful, beautiful, and spectacular day. And I don't know if I want that to be my outro, but yes, have a wonderful, beautiful, and spectacularly amazing day. Also, I hope this video was very helpful for you in your journey of being a college student or deciding on whether or not you want to go to college and whether you have what it takes to succeed in college. But I'm sure, I mean, I'm not completely sure because I don't know you, but I think you have what it takes to have a successful future in college and in life in general. So thank you for clicking on this video, and yeah, have a wonderful day.